Good morning, everybody. How you doing today? My name's Andrew.
I'm Daniel.
I'm Lauren.
I'm Gavin.
I'm Aunt Becky.
I'm Joel.
I'm Megan. I'm Tracy.
I'm Matt.
I'm Kim.
I'm Grandpa. And we're some of the Veggie Boys.
And girls.
And we'd like to thank you for stopping by. Welcome back, everyone. It's so nice to see you. At this moment, we are working on getting all of the animals taken care of. We just got the eggs collected. Now all of the cattle are fed. We have already got the farm market set up and running, so that is all taken care of. And once we get the animals all finished, we can start heading out to the fields. On a little side note, our young batch of layers started laying some eggs. So far we've gotten 4 eggs out of here, which that's really exciting. At the moment, Daniel and I are on a walk out to the garden. We have an order for 5 bunches of red beets. It's a really small order, but we still need to get it picked. Now this isn't like a regular order. This one has to be a little different. They wanted the 5 bunches to have the tops on, and they want them to be about golf ball sized. There you go. That took no time at all, as we expected. Even when you harvest 80 acres of vegetables, you still need to worry about the small orders, because those orders are important too. We made it out to the fields, and the first thing we're going to be harvesting today is sweet corn. Now we have a little sweet corn back at the farm market, but it's not going to be enough to last us the rest of the day, so we're going to get a bin picked while we're out here. The sweet corn we're going to be harvesting is sweet corn that was under the biodegradable mulch. And this method of planting sweet corn, it worked really well for us again this year. We did have a little bit of trouble in the beginning when we were planting, but as you guys can see, the corn looks nice.
Pick these two, and then somebody pick these two.
Alrighty everybody, we just got our bin of sweet corn filled up. Now we have to take it back to the farm because 1, we don't have any extra sweet corn back at the farm, and 2, we need to grab some baskets. You can see where the stalks have already been chopped. We've been using the stuff that we've already harvested for silage, and from what we've seen, the cattle have really been enjoying the sweet corn silage. We had a change of plans. We decided that we all didn't need to go home, so Daniel is taking that back, and Matthew is heading home to grab red baskets. That breeze feels good. Well, I've gone a little bit over 10 feet and I already have a basket of cucumbers. I think we're gonna get a lot of cucumbers today. If you look down through the row of cucumbers, you can see we have got a lot of baskets filled, and we're not even done with the rows yet. This might be our best cucumber harvest that we've had in years. Here. Yes, that's all the baskets. We just got our planting of cucumbers harvested, so now we're gonna load everything on the truck and see how many we have. Is it easier for me to lift them up, or the back's fine? Oh. If someone asks me how my day's going, I'm just gonna look at them and go, cucumbers. We got 36 baskets of cucumbers and 1 basket of burpless cucumbers. Are you gonna be able to sell all this?
No problem.
That is a good looking truck, and we're not even done harvesting yet. We are now moving on to our first planting of pickling cucumbers. How has your morning been?
Pretty good.
What do you do with that?
Same thing you're doing.
Oh! And we're just about finished for the morning. The last thing we need is some dill, which Matthew is cutting right now. Hey, what are you doing in there? Alrighty, let's see what we're having for lunch today. We've got pierogies, kielbasa, and then this is some of our yellow watermelon that we picked. Ooh, this looks like a good lunch to me. So after we got done with lunch, we were in a little bit of a dilemma. We had all of these cucumbers that we had just harvested, and we knew that we weren't going to be able to sell them all through the farm market. The farm market has been very busy. However, we're not busy enough to sell all of these cucumbers. So the idea was thrown around about taking these to the auction. Now sometimes taking things to the auction can be risky. When you have a surplus of one product, it's likely that other farmers also have that product. So there is the chance that you might not get paid what the cucumbers are worth. However, we decided that if we didn't sell the cucumbers this way, it was likely that we would end up throwing some out, and we didn't want to do that. So we ended up running all of our cucumbers through a machine that we have called an apple buffer. We use it to clean up the vegetables and make them look nice, and we're hoping this will help us get a better price at auction. It's kind of difficult to make these decisions because when we sell them through the farm market, we can control the price, but we'd rather someone use these cucumbers than us just throw them out. We got all of our boxes done up for the auction. Now we're just running the cucumbers through the machine just to get them all polished and looking nice. We just got finished sorting through all of the cucumbers, and these are the boxes that we have. Didn't even count them yet, so once we get them on the truck, we'll do a count.
Nice.
And then you do the yeah, you know what you're doing. This guy stacks boxes. The final count on cucumbers, we have 34 boxes that are gonna be going to auction. We got all of the cucumbers put up into the farm market. We just got the air compressor loaded on the back of the truck. The machine we use to harvest potatoes has a flat tire, so we're gonna be filling up the tire. And there you go, now you know what we're gonna be harvesting. We need some potatoes, peppers, and I believe we're gonna get some tomatoes while we're out there. Hopefully we can get all of that done today. There's a lot that needs to be done. Now for the rest of our potato crop, it's just a tiny bit too early to start harvesting, but these potatoes that we're picking up right now, these are an early red. This side of the field, there's more rocks than the other side. Yeah. Actually, I think it's just this little pocket area. Now we wanted to wait till the plants started dying for these early red potatoes, because that's when the skins start to toughen up. If you start to harvest potatoes too early, the skins will be soft, and when you try and harvest them, the skins peel right off. So we had to wait a little longer than we would like, but it's gonna pay off in the end. And with red potatoes in particular, we wanna pick up everything we can, because our last box of creamer potatoes, which are the smaller ones that we had bought in, was $80. So hopefully we can get enough that we don't need to buy any more in. This isn't the worst job in the world, but like a lot of other vegetables, you gotta be bent over to pick it. So it can be a little tiring, but it is what it is. You only have to harvest them one time. G-Money, help Matt.
The only reason to wear a belt is to hold basket.
Yep. Otherwise,
Who needs their pants up?
yeah, just extend your gut.
We just got unhooked from the machine that we used to harvest our potatoes. Now we are getting hooked up to the bean picker. We have yellow beans back at the farm market, but we have no green or flat beans. So we're gonna be harvesting green beans with the picker, and unfortunately we have to harvest Italian flat beans by hand. The new planting, the plants aren't fully mature, so there is some ripe beans on there, but half the plant is ripe and half the plant is not. Let's see what we can find here. I'm so jealous. As much as I don't want to harvest beans by hand, while I'm looking at these plants, it makes sense. The beans on the bottom of the plant are pretty ripe, but the ones at the top, they're kind of small, they're pretty young. So, picking by hand is probably the best decision here in the long run. Just got done harvesting the flat beans. Originally, we wanted 2 baskets of flat beans, but we ran into a little bit of a problem, and that problem is that the beans just aren't ripe. There are some here, but it would take forever just to get 2 baskets picked. The boys were able to get some green beans, but there isn't too much there as well. The beans need about a week yet until they can get to the point where we can harvest. That's a problem vegetable farmers run into that never really gets talked about. You have orders, you have people that are looking for a certain crop, and it's just not ripe yet. And for example, with a crop like beans, we have orders for all this week into the next, and we can't harvest, we can't pick because the beans aren't ripe. So what we end up doing is calling those people and telling them, hey, we won't have your beans. And I'm sure some of them are gonna be upset. I mean, there's nothing we can do about it, and they know that, but if they ordered beans, they needed them for something. And I just think that's an avenue of vegetable farming that never gets talked about. It's very frustrating. There's nothing we can do about it. We can't force the crops to grow as much as we'd want to. We're just gonna have to deal with it. So if you ever order vegetables from us or from like another vegetable farmer and they're not able to get you their crop, believe me, they're just as frustrated as you are. We'd love to be able to provide our customers with what they want, but sometimes it just won't happen. We just got all of our potatoes rinsed off. Now we're gonna let them dry. When we came home with the potatoes, Dad also brought the bean harvester home. We're having a problem with our belt. It's not turning when the PTO is running, and it's starting to become a very big problem. And we've been dealing with this issue for quite some time. The belt will start running and then all of a sudden it will stop and we can't figure it out. It's finally gotten to the point where the belt is just so worn out and we're gonna need to replace it. So what we're gonna do is take this old belt out and then order a new one.
Now I'm wondering, wait, do you want me to you stand on it and I back up?
Yeah, why not? You sure this will work? I don't know if I'm heavy enough, Dad. Well, actually, I just gotta get it to there and the tractor tire. That's what I thought. So we believe this is the problem right here. It tore, and then every single time it would go around, it'd get caught right here. So we might just need to get a piece that hooks on here and hooks onto here. So it might be pretty easy to fix.
So do you staple these in there?
You get them, they come like this, and then you put a board under them and you hammer them in, and that's what makes them.
So I just need to put it out. So we need to take this and lay it out completely flat and then measure it, right? Okay. We found out we need, this is 17 3/4 inches wide.
Cut right
And we need about an 18-inch piece of this conveyor. So we're going to be looking for that. And then we also need alligator lacing to attach the new piece on. That's some stuff we're going to be looking for. We called one of the neighbors to ask some questions about some of the clips, and he said that he might have some. So we're going to ride over to his farm and see if we can find what we need. We made it over to the farm my cousins work at, and we talked to the farmer, and he's literally dropping everything he's doing to help us. He's a nice guy. Look at him.
It's too hot to be outside anyway.
He gave us this piece.
Best belt
And
we got.
it should work. Best belt he's got, apparently. So now we're done here. We're gonna take this home and see if we can get it to work.
Uh-oh.
Hey, we fell out. Go push, hit that one that way, then go down.
The neighbor farmer just picked up Tyler. They were mowing hay all day, and on their way home they decided to stop and help us. Alrighty everyone, we just about got that belt finished off for our bean harvester. We just have to put it back on. We got a big help from Raleigh and Tyler. They really helped us out there. So now we are in the farm market and we are working on putting everything away for the night. We're past closing, so we gotta get everything put away. Hi, baby. Alrighty. We made it up to the house. Grammy, what are we having for dinner tonight?
We're having pie.
Like cherry pie?
No, beef pie.
Oh, ooh, that sounds pretty good. And how are you doing today?
She's saying, Mom, Mom,
Are you saying? What is she saying?
Mom.
Oh my, you're saying mom. We are now sitting at the table, so that means this is where we're going to end the video today. I would like to thank everyone for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.